Safiyyah Binti Huyay ibn Akhtar was the most beautiful woman among the Jewish of Khabar. When she was a little girl, she accidentally heard her father, Huyay ibn Akhtar, and two of her uncles talked about something. Safiyyah was her father's sweetheart. So, when her uncle tried to make her leave cause they want to talk about something that very confidential, her father mad to them. He said, "I would rather lose the world than make her cry. Let her be." Then Safiyyah remained sprawled in her father's leg, and she heard her uncle ask her father, "What do you think about Muhammad?" And her father said, "He was a truly prophet. All of the Torah's prophecy were on him." Then the other uncle said, "So what you're gonna do?" And her father said, "I will do my best to fight against him." That sounds silly, but her uncle said, "And we will be on your side." And so the time passed, and that time took place on Medina. Safiyyah grew up in the fortress of Banu Nadir, one of the Jewish tribes in Medina. Then she married by Kinana ibn Abi Hukayk when she was 15. Then it happened. Banu Nadir made an attempt of murder to Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam by trying to drop a big rock over his head while Prophet sat in front of their house. But Jibreel informed the Prophet, and then Rasulullah left without saying anything, and then back again with troops. So Banu Nadir expelled from Medina cause they broke the peace agreement between their tribe and Muslimin. So Safiyyah had to go along with her tribe to Khabar. There was the place for 3 Jewish tribes of ex-Medina gathered in one place. Huyay ibn Akhtar, the father of Safiyyah, and the highest monks among them still held his vow to fight against Muhammad Rasulullah, but they didn't want to get their hand dirty. So they funded Mecca, under the command of Abu Sufyan, to make an alliance for all Arabs to invade Medina. Then it happened. 10,000 Arab alliance invaded Medina, that we known as the Battle of Azab, from the word hizib, that means alliances, or we know it as the Battle of Khandaq, which means ditch, because Medina made a huge ditch to prevent the invasion of those Arab alliance. Then for the sum of it, Arab alliance failed to conquer Medina and retreated back to where they belong. So, Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam initiated to have some counter-attack to prevent the same alliance forged again in the future, and to punish those tribes, while they are not united as one large group. So it began, one by one. Muslimin conquered those tribes that were participating on the Azab, until it remained only Mecca alone, because they were under the peace agreement, Hudaybiyah, 10 years without war. And then the last one, the main funding tribe, the Jewish of Khabar. So it happened. Meanwhile, in the middle of the war, Safiyyah was in the last fortress of Khabar. She was dreaming that night. A full moon over the Medina moved toward on top of Khabar, and then dropped down on her lap. She woke up and told her dreaming to her husband, Kinana. But surprisingly, Kinana slapped her so hard till she got a blue eyes, and he said, "And now you'll be taken by that king of Medina too." And then Kinana ran away from that fortress, leaving Safiyyah alone. He did that because he knew exactly those prophecies on their book of Tanakh. Khabar would be conquered, and the princess of Moses would be taken by the last prophet, signed by truly dream, Ruqya ash-Shodika. The full moon dropped on her lap, and Kinana knew exactly that Safiyyah was a straight descendant of Moses alayhi salam. So there was nothing he could do anymore, except run for his own safety. So poor Safiyyah was left alone, 17 years old girl, abandoned by her husband, who should have protected her. But he left only blue bruises on her cheek. Then 3 days later, the fortress was conquered. All Khabar was conquered. Then Safiyyah kept as a prisoner, property to Dohaya ibn Khalifa al-Kalabi. But then Ali ibn Abi Talib knew Safiyyah, that she was a daughter of Huyay ibn Akhtar, the chief and the highest monk of Banu Nadir. So Ali, as a chief commander, had the right of all the prisoners. So he took Safiyyah and handed to Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Then Prophet asked Safiyyah whether she preferred to embrace Islam and then she would be free, or she would rather not to, and she would remain as a prisoner. Most of the Jewish, they were so difficult embracing Islam because of their pride. But Safiyyah immediately said, "Yes, I believe Allah is the only God, and you are the Prophet and his messenger." Then Safiyyah, as a free Muslima woman, she married Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam on the way home to Medina. After that, Prophet asked about why she was so easily embracing Islam. Then Safiyyah told her story.